Hello everybody, it's me and the babes again. The other kiddos are around the house. They have day off today. And here are my sleeping beauties. They're so cute. Yeah, don't pay attention on that fan. That fan, there has been all summer there, but sometimes I use it in the winter to blow the clothes because we don't have dryers in this country. So I also have lots of hangers there up. You can see them outside, and I hang lots of clothes there because I'll show you. I hang a lot of clothes here because it's very helpful in the winter. The sunshine here helps, and this is what I was talking about before in other videos. This bubbly plastic wrapping thing that you put. Yeah, it keeps the sunshine in, the warmth, and only this was supposed to stick when you water the when you clean it and water the glass. It was supposed to stick on it, but I used other duct tape sort of devices to stick it, but it's okay. The babies try to, they pop some of the bubbles, but it's okay. In general it works because see, avocado trees are still working, they still grow. So I'm here with my babies as always, and they're peacefully sleeping here. Oh, they're here, sorry. Anyways, this is the room where we sleep usually. At night gets chilly, but right now it's still okay because I think the sun is setting. It's about 4 in the afternoon. Today, for the giving thanks challenge, I wanted to express my gratitude for, how do I put that in words, for motherhood. I would say that I was blessed in this mortal life to have 5 kids, and I lost 2, and I never really imagined or saw myself ever. If somebody told me before that I would have 5 kids, I would just laugh in their face, because first of all, back home people don't have 5 kids. In Europe, I don't know how many people really have the courage to have 5 kids, but I guess, I don't know, usually have 1 or 2. If you have 3, you're like, big family. And here we are, 7 of us, and yeah, I'm grateful for motherhood, that somehow my body could sustain 5 full pregnancies, especially the last one. And I'm grateful that I had the strength to do it, also in a foreign place, feeling completely alone in most of the time. And even if I had help from my mother-in-law, even if I was surrounded by help, it's still it's not like when you talk to your mom, or it's not like if you, even if it's like something, it's nothing is familiar, you know what I mean? It's like if I'm in some Bulgarian retarded hospital with like less technology like they have here, and the doctor yells at you, push or something like that, at least I'll know it's back home, like it's something familiar. Here they're so nice and everything is so well done in perfect way for you, but it's just so different, and you don't know what to expect, and nobody explains to you in detail. It's just, some things they can explain to you, they can tell you ahead of time, but you don't really know what to expect really, because you haven't felt it before, you haven't been taught about it. It's just completely different, new thing. And so, and every time I have another kid, I'm like, oh, I got this. It's just everything's under control. I've experienced that. Yeah, no, not really. Every time is different, and every pregnancy is different, and every time tracking it and with the doctors and stuff, every time is different. Every time is different. And after every pregnancy, the postpartum depression is reveals itself in a different way. And I remember freaking out after my first one, and I'll lose my form and I'll never look the same, and I'll be with this huge stomach. No, I was just back to normal, fine in no time. But I was still young back then. Now with the twins, I don't think I can get into the point where I will be back again to normal, because that my belly was really stretched to where it actually hurt. Like my skin was about to rip apart because there were two of them. And I don't really have stretch marks, which is really weird. Because my skin is really thin, so it didn't really have stretch marks, but it still is baggy and wider, and it's just, I mean, I'm grateful for my body, that too. I'm grateful for my body, and I'm grateful for motherhood because it sustained a lot. And even if I take supplements or like exercise or I walk a lot daily, it's still, it's another thing to be in the body of 20 something year old or in the body of almost 40-year-old person. Is just very different. That one can't do much about that. So that's that. So I'm grateful for that. And it made me think, what, like, motherhood itself changes you so much. I have to tell you, I was one of those people before where if you're in the airplane and you hear somebody screaming, like a little kid screaming, I'll be one of those people who will think, oh gosh, just please shut up. I just cannot handle another minute. I was like one of those people. But I don't know. But I remember at some point that happening to me in an airplane. I was thinking, oh gosh, just please stop. It was like some hysterical kid probably worried about being in a foreign place and just like in an airplane and just stressed out, and the parents were probably stressed out too. So you know how you're like in an airplane, because I've had kids and they've cried and pushed seats and people complain about that and they move them to another place. Yeah, I've had that. But I know as a parent, like, you know how it the more you want them to shut up, they just scream their heads off. And so I know that too. But yeah, I was thinking in my head, just please put that baby down to sleep. Just make it stop, please. My head is gonna explode. I was one of those people. And then I was a mom too, and motherhood changes in a lot of ways. I'm not a guy, and I will never understand how guys transform into what when they become fathers, because obviously there is some kind of a transformation in them, because they realize probably their that creation that they hold in their hands is part of them too, in a sense. In a real sense, it's half of them, the genes and everything, that God-given gift that they hold in their hands is part of them. They helped making that, but the baking part is the mom. So that I was thinking how motherhood has changed me along those 10 years, because between those twins and my oldest, it's 10 years. And I have to tell you, I notice little things like, for example, even with the twins now, and then the boys see it too, because we would sit down and eat a meal, and then I will put the twins in their chairs and feed them first. And then by the time they're finished, the boy's already, like, at least the oldest, he's already done. He's like, he could do very well in the army, because he eats so fast. But by the time they're finished and I want to eat, they're all them almost done, and I'm like, oh, I have to eat by myself. And I mean, that's fine, but I miss the times when we would eat together and we'll talk. We still talk, but it's not the same, like I always have to make sure that the spoon actually goes in their mouth, not in the nose, not in the ear, not in the they push it away. And it's a real fight every time. It's a fight. But I noticed that in my morning routines, and I did that with my other kids too, I would make sure that they eat first. I cannot possibly sit down on the table and put my babies there and eat in front of them and watch and them watching me eat. I cannot do that. It's just, that's how I am. I will feel guilty. It will choke me. Every bite will choke me seriously if I do that. So to me, it's there first. I would wash their hands and their faces and brush their little teeth, and then clean their mess after meals, wipe the floor, everything that I have to do. Wash the things in the sink from the morning if I have energy or enthusiasm to do that. Sometimes I don't. And then I'll think about washing my face and brushing my teeth, which sometimes I don't. Brushing hair, yeah. So, and if if I'm somewhere out and they're hungry and there's like just this little roll of bread or something, I'll give it to them. Not even think about, like, if I know they're full, then I'm full in a way. You know what I mean? When they sleep, I watch them. And do you need anything? Okay. You okay? And so it's like that. Like you put them all before you and your needs. And so last night the boys were watching this movie with Jackie Chan, one of his movies about him being with, I don't know, what was the name of that movie? Double Mission or whatever. I don't know. Like, well, he was the, I don't know, he was with this blonde lady who he had a relationship with this blonde lady who had 3 kids, and they were like all telling her, oh, we heard you're gonna marry him and we don't want to, he looks like a geek, he looks like a robot or something like that. And they were making fun of him, and because he looks like this nerdy guy with glasses and just like really cute, like he's this kind of spy guy. But I remember when they were lined up, the 3 kids were lined up in front of her, and she was like telling them, pretty much she was telling me, he's not this and that and that, and those things are what the kids are. Like, she was saying he doesn't cheat with homeworks, he doesn't lie, he makes me feel special, which the kids don't make her feel. And he's this and that and this and that. And then she passed them and she turned around before she went to her room and she said, my happiness counts too. And I was like, that's a very good point. And I don't really remember the last time I was actually feeling really happy being here, because everything swamps, everything's over you, just suffocating you with the chores and the needs and the I wants and the mommy hold me because I'm a baby and I want to cry for your hugs, and oh, mommy change my diaper kind of cry, or mommy he punched me, or mommy he got my game without asking me, or I don't know, all of that all together. So Yeah, mommy's happiness counts too. Where that's fit in the life so far, I have no idea. No idea. And I know there's so many moms out there who feel the same way, who know that even if they don't know, like, I don't know what makes them happy, like little things, that simple things that can make them happy, and they don't do it just because, if I went to the mall and I saw this really, really cute sweater that, fall colors. I don't know what it was. It was like pastel. It was like something like between orange and yellow. It was like really warm color. And if you saw it and you didn't get it because you didn't have the money, or you thought, if I don't get it, then I'll have like that much more money for groceries this week. Yeah, I understand if you say like that, because I go through that a lot too. And but then again, I'm very grateful for motherhood, because that shapes you in a person. It stretches you in your abilities and your patience and your stamina, if you will, to do things that you never thought you would ever be able to do, ever, before you had kids. So yeah, I'm grateful for motherhood and the ability to be able to, yeah, to have, to bring more of God's spirit children here, so they can get a physical body and experience life, and their faith being tested just like yours, sometimes to its limits, but still possible. And learn to rely on God and his help, because there's like a YouTube video of a person I follow, and he said, about gratefulness, being grateful, thanksgiving. Who do you give thanks to, and what for? Because atheist people, they can also be grateful for so many things. I mean, you could be anybody. It doesn't matter what religion or non-religion you are. You can be grateful for anything all day long, every day, right? But who you're grateful for what is another story. So here you go. I'm grateful to God for letting me being a mom of 5 wonderful children, and 2 that I'm going to meet later on after this life. And I'm grateful to God to have blessed me with my family that I come from, and the things that I've learned from them. And I'm grateful for my parents-in-law and what they have taught me as my additional family, and through all the hardships I've been going through here. And I'm grateful for all those many people who I can call my mom and dad, who in various places in the world I have been, who felt close to me. And that's it. It's getting crowded here, guys. Okay, bye-bye.